What does an empty box mean when it's all you have to hold? In the quiet town of Willow Creek, where the maples whispered secrets to the wind, lived Sarah, a single mother with a heart as wide as the sky but pockets as shallow as the creek in drought. Her daughter, Lily, was 10, with eyes that sparkled like the stars she loved to count each night. They lived in a modest house, its walls patched with love and laughter, but lately, the air felt heavy with unspoken worries. Sarah's parents, Clara and Henry, lived across town, their home a shrine to tradition, filled with the weight of expectations. Every year, they hosted a grand family gathering, a ritual of gifts and gratitude, where their love was measured in the gleam of what they gave. This year, the gathering was no different, so Sarah thought. The dining room glowed with candlelight, and the table groaned under the weight of roasted turkey and apple pie. Lily sat beside her cousin, Emma, her niece by Sarah's older sister, Rachel. The girls were close, despite the 4 years between them, their giggles a melody that softened the room's edges. Emma, at 14, had a confident charm, her hair always perfect, her smile a mirror of Rachel's poise. Lily, though, was quieter, her joy found in small things: a butterfly's dance, a book's worn pages, or the way her mother's hand felt in hers. As dessert was cleared, Clara stood, her presence commanding silence. "It's time for gifts," she announced, her voice warm but edged with purpose. She handed Emma a velvet box, its surface catching the light. Emma opened it, her eyes widening at the gold necklace inside, its delicate chain glinting like a promise. The room erupted in murmurs of admiration. "For our bright star," Henry said, his smile proud. Emma beamed, slipping the necklace on, its glow a crown for her confidence. Then Clara turned to Lily, her expression softer but less certain. She placed a small wooden box in Lily's hands, its surface plain, its weight light. Lily's fingers trembled as she opened it, her heart racing with anticipation. But inside, there was nothing. Just smooth, empty wood. The room fell silent, the air thick with confusion. Lily looked up, her eyes searching her grandparents' faces, then her mother's. Sarah's heart sank, her smile frozen as she fought to understand. An empty box? For her daughter? Clara cleared her throat. "Lily, dear, it's symbolic. A box for your dreams, to fill with whatever you choose." Her words felt hollow, like an afterthought. Henry nodded, but his eyes avoided Sarah's. Rachel, ever diplomatic, chimed in, "It's beautiful, Lily. You can put anything in it." But Lily's lips quivered, and she clutched the box tighter, as if it could hold the hurt swelling inside her. Sarah's chest burned with a mix of anger and shame. She wanted to speak, to demand an explanation, but the weight of her parents' expectations of keeping peace, of not rocking the boat held her tongue. She looked at Lily, who was staring at the box, her small shoulders slumped. Sarah reached for her hand, but Lily pulled away, her silence louder than any words. That night, back home, Lily sat on her bed, the box in her lap. Sarah knelt beside her. "Sweetheart, I'm so sorry," she whispered, her voice cracking. "I don't know why they did that." Lily's eyes met hers, wet with unshed tears. "Why didn't they give me something real, Mom? Like Emma?" The question cut deeper than Sarah could bear. She pulled Lily close, promising herself she'd make this right, though she didn't know how. The next morning, Sarah found Lily at the kitchen table, sketching on a scrap of paper. It was a picture of the box, but inside, she'd drawn a tiny heart, glowing like a star. "It's not empty if I put something in it, right?" Lily said, her voice small but steady. Sarah's heart swelled, but her resolve hardened. She needed answers. She drove to her parents' house, leaving Lily with a neighbor, her mind racing with questions she'd never dared ask. Clara and Henry welcomed her with coffee and smiles, but Sarah didn't sit. "Why?" she asked, her voice trembling. "Why an empty box for Lily?" Clara's smile faded, and Henry shifted uncomfortably. "It was a misunderstanding," Clara said. "We meant it to be meaningful, a lesson about creating your own value." Henry added, "We spent so much on Emma's necklace, we thought Lily's younger, she'd understand." Their words felt like excuses, flimsy and cold. Sarah's anger flared. "She's 10. She doesn't need lessons in disappointment." As she turned to leave, a voice stopped her. "Wait." It was Rachel, who'd arrived unnoticed, her face pale. "I need to tell you something," she said, her voice low. Rachel led Sarah to the porch, where the truth spilled out like a confession. "Mom and Dad didn't mean to hurt Lily," she said. "But they're struggling. The necklace was from Mom's jewelry, not new. They've been selling things to keep up appearances. They couldn't afford more this year." Sarah stared, stunned. Her parents, the pillars of her childhood, were faltering. Rachel's eyes glistened. "I should have told you. I didn't know about the box until last night. I'm so sorry." The revelation shifted something in Sarah. Her anger softened, replaced by a tangled mix of pity and frustration. She thought of Lily, of the heart she'd drawn, and realized her daughter had already found a way to fill the emptiness. But Sarah wanted more for her, not just resilience, but fairness. She returned home, her mind buzzing with a plan. Over the next weeks, Sarah worked extra shifts, saving every penny. She took Lily to a small jewelry shop, where they picked out a simple silver locket, its surface etched with a tiny star. "This is for you," Sarah said, fastening it around Lily's neck. "Because you're my star, and you deserve something real." Lily's smile lit up the room, brighter than any gold. But Sarah wasn't done. She invited her parents over, determined to bridge the gap. When Clara and Henry arrived, Lily ran to them, showing off her locket. "Mom gave it to me," she said proudly. Clara's eyes softened, and Henry's hand shook as he touched the locket. "It's beautiful," he said, his voice thick. Sarah took a deep breath. "I know things are hard," she said. "But Lily deserves to feel loved, not like an afterthought." Clara nodded, tears falling. "We were wrong," she whispered. "We'll do better." The empty box sat on Lily's shelf, no longer a symbol of lack but a reminder of what she could create. She filled it with small treasures: a pebble from the creek, a pressed flower, a note from her mother. Each item was a piece of her heart, proof that value wasn't in gold but in love, in resilience, in the courage to keep going. Years later, when Lily was grown, she'd tell the story of the empty box not with bitterness, but with pride. It was the moment she learned that emptiness could be filled, that love could outweigh gold, and that her mother's fierce heart was the greatest gift of all. And Sarah, watching her daughter shine, knew that sometimes, an empty box could hold the weight of a world made whole.